everybody, this your boy Theo Pencer here, and we are here at Nike EYBL Peace Jam. We about to give you some free game. Listen, we got family here today.
Yes,
we
sir.
got family. We got my boy, Team CP3, number 2, Isaiah Denis.
What's up, Theo? Appreciate you having me on this podcast,
Hey, listen,
man.
brother, I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
I think this is a very important podcast for the sole reason, and we're going to get into the nitty gritty of it. My man didn't have no offers.
Nah.
My man didn't have no looks. He wasn't getting no attention. And he used this platform. He just named me his damn list. I fell asleep during the damn thing. He was naming all these damn schools. Listen, this is a perfect platform for you to get your name out there, play against the best competition, and show your game. He's done that. So we're going to get right into all that and figure out what it was for him and what this environment did for him to get to that next level and get all these offers and stuff. So,
definitely.
Isaiah, let's get right into it. Tell us about yourself. Where you from and when you start playing basketball?
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I was born and raised there. And I started playing basketball when I was about 2 years old. I always had a ball in my hand. Started playing organized basketball around 4, and then just went on from then. Started playing. I played up a lot. I played like when I was 4, I was playing like 6 years old, 6-year-olds. And then I played a lot of different sports like football, soccer, and stuff like that. But then in middle school, I really just fell in love with basketball. Wanted to keep working at it.
Yeah.
And that's what it.
Was there any other sport you played when you were little?
Football, soccer, track.
Are you just doing everything?
Yeah, Mr. Do-It-All. My dad used to call me Mr. All-Sport.
Facts. What was something? What was another sport you kind of wanted to that you
Football
really like? You like football
for sure.
What
yeah.
position?
Wide receiver and like safety, linebacker. I was really good at
Mr.
football.
Do-It-All.
Yeah,
Literally.
I like football was just a natural talent. I didn't even work hard and I was just good.
Yeah.
But basketball, it was kind of like I wasn't always the best, but I like playing basketball a little bit more.
For sure. What gravitated you towards basketball over football?
Over football, I would say first thing was like injuries. Football, you got all them injuries. I'm like, and that's one of my fears. I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
They be having them life-ending injuries over there. So I'm like, I might just stick with basketball. Take like, I know it's gonna be a little bit harder, but I mean, basketball is fun. Like, I just always have fun playing basketball. Met a lot of good people playing basketball too. So it was just more kind of attractive. So
I feel that. Growing up, like I said, you still young. Is there a role model that you look up to, or a player, or anything that you try to strive to not be, but be like?
growing up, I would say player-wise, definitely LeBron James.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like as a person, just following after my mom and my dad's footsteps.
For sure.
They have great character, great people, so just following after their footsteps and character-wise, and then like sports, LeBron. Like, I love LeBron.
Did your parents play sports?
Yeah, my dad over there, he played college at Barber Scotia in Pfeiffer.
Okay.
So he played a little bit of ball, collegiate
beat
level.
you?
Nah, he can't mess with me. He
You hear
can't
that,
guard me.
Pops?
Last time we
He
played,
said you can't beat him.
last time we played, I had to drop him.
Huh?
Last time we played, I had to drop him. Dropped him off.
Uh-oh.
I ain't break your ankles? Stop. Don't lie to the camera.
Hey, listen, I already know how that goes. I'll tell you this. I played my dad probably 3 times. Beat me every time. Once he found out, and I was probably 12, once I was 12, 13, never play me again.
Yeah,
He was going to go out on top.
Yeah.
He knew. I used to ask him every day when we came, let's go play one-on-one. He'd be like, nah, I'm never playing you again. It used to piss me off, man. Listen, get into trying to think about you playing all these other sports. Do you think about all these other sports that you played has helped you on the basketball court?
Most definitely. Soccer, I would say like footwork. You had to have immaculate footwork to play soccer. So working on that every soccer practice, going to soccer practice and football practice. Football was kind of the same thing, footwork. And it was just like toughness, having that grit.
For sure.
Playing football, I played linebacker, so I was always trying to hit somebody.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Doing that, and then just being an aggressor. Like I would say football definitely made me like have a little bit of heart, gave me that grit that I got now on the basketball court. It took a little bit to get it out on the basketball court,
for sure.
but that I think that's where I got that from. And in soccer, I would just say like some skill set, because soccer is really like a skill based sport.
It definitely
So,
is. It
yeah.
definitely. Hey, listen, I know I couldn't play no damn soccer. What
I
is
can't play no
something?
more.
What is something like you would say throughout your experience that kind of got you locked in? Like, was there any down moments where you didn't know what you wanted to do, that you were struggling, trying to figure out what sport was your driving force?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, ninth grade year, it was COVID year, so my mom was like, we were pulling up to the school. She was just like, they having football workouts and basketball workouts. Which one you gonna choose? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go basketball, mom. So then from there, I'm just like, all right, I know I really gotta lock in on the prize and really figure it out. Work hard. It was tough.
Yeah.
I had to play JV my freshman year because we had a whole bunch of seniors on varsity.
Had to do it.
And my coach was like, good enough to play varsity. But my defense wasn't there yet. So I was like skilled offensively, but I wasn't really trying to lock up on defense. So that was like an obstacle I had to get through. And then sophomore year, ended up transferring, going to a better school, playing like a national schedule.
What school? What school did you start at? What school did you go to?
I started at Cox Mill High School, and then I went to 1-of-1 prep. It's like a Pullman team. And then I came to Davidson Day, where I'm at now.
Okay.
It's a private school up near Davidson College, where Steph went.
Yep.
So I would say just kind of every school I went to, I've had an obstacle to get through.
Yep.
With the second school I went to, it was really just I had an NBA coach. Like he played in NBA, Jermaine Jackson.
Okay.
And Jeff McGinnis.
Yep.
So getting
Shout
close
out
under
Jeff.
them. Yep,
UNC
that's
alum.
my guy.
Yep.
Getting close with them and figuring out like more about the game at the next level. They both play point guard, so it was like really learning a lot from them. Being a sponge.
Yeah,
just learning everything, soaking everything up. They were hard coaching, but it was good for me. Just getting that tough coaching.
Yeah.
Getting that they definitely got that dog out of me for sure.
Talk about being coachable. You know, that is something that kids, and it's so funny because this is my first time doing somebody as young as you.
Yeah.
And you still have so much that you have to do. Like, you have so much more you can do and so much more you can get better at.
Exactly.
But I don't know you that well, but I can tell you're coachable and you're a down-to-earth kid.
Yes, sir.
What is something that you would say that helps you be so coachable and understanding, not trying to act like you know it all?
Exactly. I would say my parents, man.
Yeah.
Like growing up, they always told me right from wrong, and just to be, playing sports at a young age. I've always played sports, so it's like you got to be coachable. Like, you got to learn things. You don't know everything, so like always take what you can, take the good and take the bad.
Yeah.
So I would say just learning that from my parents, being respectful, learning how to talk to coaches, learning how to speak to people, and just tell them what you want. And then just listen, be a sponge, soak it all up, and take the good with it.
You grew up in Charlotte.
Yeah.
We live in a hoop state.
Most definitely.
Who is the guy that you looked to or you watched in North Carolina that you like, I need to get to that level?
Rob.
Okay.
Rob. I played Team United when he was playing with Team United. I just played on the younger group, so it's kind of like we would practice together.
Yeah.
We would practice with the older team. So having him, Biz, Jalen Curry, they were all doing big things. Like those were the people to like be like. And Rob just took it to another level. So knowing who he was like personally and just seeing like where he came from, just being on the stage he is at now, like I would say Rob definitely like said it. And he's from Hickory, but it's still North Carolina.
Yeah, for sure.
In the state. Like he would be around me a lot. When I was Team United, he was hooping. And it was just like something to look up to. I was like, yo, I got to get to where he at. And then we went to Combine with Jeff. Really took off. So
for sure. How was that experience at Combine?
It was good.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good. With Jeff. Oh, you talking about? Wow.
Yeah, I'm talking about playing for. Basically, how was your experience playing for Jeff? Playing for an NBA coach. Not a lot of guys get that opportunity. Yeah. And somebody who done it at a high level and know the game really well. Talk about that experience.
Definitely. When he came and got the job, I was like, I really got to soak everything up that he's telling me. I already knew him briefly because I was going to play with Team Charlotte, and he wanted me to come to Combine when like Rob was there and stuff. So he was already like family to me. So he took me under his wing, really just taught me the game. and just made sure like I was on top of everything, like working hard, being a dog. Like his main thing was for me was just bringing out that heart. Like I had the skill set, I had the talent. It was just at that point like showing like on the court being a dog. So
Yeah.
he kind of really got that out of me.
Yeah. Was it more, you think, confidence? You
Most
had to bring that
definitely.
confidence out?
Exactly. He had to bring that confidence out. And I was on the team with a lot of good players.
Yeah.
Like 1 through 7 on the bench, we had great players that could all hoop. So it's like finding my role in the team, finding where I fit. It was kind of hard, but he guided me through it. Just told me I always got to believe, have confidence.
For sure.
Something my parents instilled in me too. Just have confidence in yourself. You put the work in. Now it's just time to show the confidence.
I think that's very important. I think you don't ever lose that. I think there's going to be certain situations where you are going to doubt.
Exactly.
You're human.
Yeah.
I played this game for a long time. I still have doubt sometimes.
Right.
But at the same time, when that next day and I wake up, all right, let's get back to it. What I need to do to get better. You see what I'm saying? So continue to have that confidence when you get to college. It's going to be it's going to be the same situation. They're going to test you. And you got to figure out how to get through it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something you have to continue to work through and not be so prideful. Be like, what is he doing that I'm not playing? Sometimes you got to look in the mirror.
Exactly.
What am I not doing? Now, if you could tell yourself that I've done everything I possibly can to be on the court and to play well, then you have another conversation.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I think you continue to have that confidence, continue to be that killer, and everything going to take care of itself.
Exactly.
But what was that moment for you that you got that killer? Because there's always a time where you're like, okay, you're playing against a certain guy, and you're like, oh, if I can cook him, I can go crazy.
I could really go crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would say when I left the school that Jeff was coaching me at, I went and played. That was my first year at EYBL last year.
Okay.
Playing with TSF. And like the first game I came out, I think I hit like 6 threes. And I was a live player. I was in front of Coach Tony Bennett, Virginia, all those good schools.
Yeah.
I'm like beating everybody off the dribble, making the right reads and stuff like that. I'm like, hold on. These the guys that's like top in the country. I'm like, I could be one of those guys too. Like, now that's really like, and then I transferred to a new school, Davidson Day. Coach put the ball in my hands. He believed in me, trusted in me, James Long. And that's when I really took off. Like I was like, the confidence really just shot up. And like,
you had the keys to the car.
Exactly. I had the keys. Now it's like, you got the platform now. Just go prove it. Just go show it. And I felt like I did that. And then coming in from high school season, coming into AAU this year, man, I just had a point to prove. Like I'm one of the best guards in the country. Like, and everybody started to see it. And I would feel like, I believe like it just, that built up momentum that got me to where I am right now.
What is something you say that your parents try to instill in you to stay humble and stay like grounded, even though you were that kid that wasn't getting looked at? Exactly. And even in those moments, they still right there by your side.
Right.
What is one of those things that they try to instill in you to stay locked in and not pay attention to all the up? Now you getting the attention. Now you got the lights. Now you getting the interviews. Like, now you got all that. How are you approaching the game?
Still approaching it the same thing. I would say, like, even going to some of the camps, like CP3 camp, the main thing they were saying, just keep the main thing the main thing. Don't go away from what got you here. Yeah. So I would say, I mean, I got here by being humble, staying down, being patient and working my tail off. So I would say my parents instilled in me just staying down. Like, even though everything is coming now, like, you still got somewhere you want to be at. I'm not where I want to be right now. So it's like, you still got to keep the main thing the main thing. And they always said, like, just stay humble. We never taught you to be a cocky kid or anything like that. Just be humble and just be the great kid I am. So
I like that. I like that.
And then also, also, like, my mom, my dad, like, even when I was doing good, they would still tell me there's things I could get better at. So it was like just keeping me humble, keeping me grounded, making sure that I know, like, there's still things I have to work towards. Exactly. Never be satisfied. I like that. If I have a great game, my mom's like, yo, you could do this better. Like, even Friday when I played, she came to me and she was like, you ain't play good enough. Yeah. And it's just those little things that keep you grounded and like, all right, I got to keep working.
For sure. For sure. I think it's a big time, it's great maturity from you. Yeah. It's great maturity because you don't have to listen to them. And I know Pop's back there too. Like, you don't have to do that. you can be hard-headed and not listen.
Right.
And if you feel like they got your best interest at heart, which they clearly do, you're going to do everything you can to make them proud and make yourself proud.
Exactly.
But first and foremost, you got to satisfy yourself. They can't do the work for you. You got to do it.
Exactly.
So I commend you for doing that.
I appreciate it.
What is, basically, before this year, you're not getting the attention. Everybody else is. How are you handling that? How are you handling those situations?
I would say it's definitely a big difference. Last year, I kind of just had, after I played in the Peach Invitational last summer, kind of racked up like 7 mid-major offers throughout the year. I would say like getting all these high majors and just having all this attention on me. Now, it's a little bit different. It's like I always knew it would come. It was in my prayers, like asking God, like I really want to be a Division I basketball player. I want to get to the NBA, and now it's all coming into fruition. So I would say just it is kind of overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
But just having the right people around me, having a tight circle, having good people around me, it's keep me sane. Helps me get through the process of what it is now. Obviously, having to choose a school soon, like just things like that. Having good people around you, good circle.
I agree. Hey, listen, from experience, it's the best way to go.
Exactly.
Have a tight circle. Understand there are people that are going to come around now,
right?
That you be like, where the hell will you come from?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's just how it works. That's how life works.
Exactly.
And there are some people that do come around that are actually genuine people.
Exactly.
You just got to find that. You got to find that part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. It really is. I'm gonna just keep it to you straight. There's going to be situations where it's not going to work. You think you trust them, but then something's going to happen and it doesn't work.
Exactly.
That's cool. You live by experiences. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So never get down on a situation like that. There are going to be people coming off the woodworks, be like, yo, you're the greatest thing since a slice of bread. I know that. Like,
exactly.
I know I'm nice, but did you think I was good back then?
Exactly.
Were you with me then?
Did you believe in me? Right.
But you play for Team United.
Yep.
You play for how many years has it been with CP?
This will be my first year.
This only your first year with CP?
Yeah, it's my first year with CP.
Got you. So this year, what was the tournament or the game that you blew up?
I would say first session.
First session.
We played like Darius Acuff, who was the #1 guard in the country.
Yep.
And I ain't like have no crazy game, but like I just made the right read. Like I'm a player, like I don't like show like a lot of flash or anything. I just play the right way.
Yeah.
Make open shots, play the right way. Shot maker, playmaker, being a great leader. I just had a great game overall. I think I had like 15 points, 5 assists. And that's just kind of like a start off. Like it was the first game of the EYBL season, just a great debut against a good player, a good team. And then throughout that session, I'm just like, if I could do that against him, I could do that against everybody here.
Sure.
So then that just kept turning over to the next games. Being consistent. Exactly.
Yep.
That was one of the first things I learned like last year. Like a lot of coaches like, we like you, but not too consistent.
Yeah.
So over the summer, like just working out, I'm like, I got to be more consistent. I got to train my mind, having confidence, like, yo, I'm going to be consistent. And I would say throughout high school season, I was just consistent. And I think that momentum just built up to now.
For sure. I think one of the things you got to kind of remember, I mean, like I said, as y'all know what we do, we get a free game over here.
Yes, sir.
Being in those, you look at it like you got to go put on a show.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know you that guy. You know a guy that you want to, and I like how you approach the game. Like, you're approaching the game, I'm going to do what I got to do to win the game. That's how I play my whole life.
Exactly.
Straight, and that's
love to be a winner. I don't like losing.
Coaches want people who win.
Exactly.
Point blank, period. So if you're a winner and you get it done and you contribute to winning, you're going to take care of a lot of stuff. You look at the game. For me, when I was playing, especially in high school, I looked at every game, and you got to, like, we're kind of messed up, and you got to be a little bit messed up in the head. I honestly thought every game, every person in here bought a ticket to see me.
That's how you got to think about it.
Everybody brought a ticket to see me. I got to put on a show.
That's how you got to think about it.
I'm going to go and put on a show for you. And honestly, it got to the point where this is where you know you good. I didn't care who was sitting over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go out there and trying to win, and that's going to take care of itself. And that's the way I approach the game. That's how I've always approached the game. I think that's the way most players should. You win, you're going to keep playing. Then coach is still going to come to the thing like,
games.
wait a minute, why is this team continuing to win?
And then they look at a person.
Exactly. So you keep doing that, the rest is history for you.
Exactly.
The rest is history. We want to talk about Peace Jam for a second.
Yeah.
You've been in Peace Jam 2 years?
Yeah, 2 times.
You've been in Peace Jam 2 years. Talk about the atmosphere and just how special Peace Jam is to you, and this being your last ride of how you want to go out.
Man, coming last year, coming inside, like seeing everybody that was here supporting, just like people you've never seen before, like celebrities, fans, just a support system here. It's crazy. It's not like any other tournament I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like even like nationals and stuff like that. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Just the amount of attention you get as a player, exposure, every game's packed.
Yeah.
Like just the crowd, it just gives you like that feeling like, man, like your adrenaline rushing. It's just like I want to go out there and hoop. Like I want to put on a show for the fans, like
for sure.
for the people. Having celebrities at your game, like Carmelo, LeBron, CP on the bench coaching, Russell Westbrook at the games. Last year I played, he was watching one of my games. I had like 19, I was playing up.
Yeah.
After the game, he was like, hey, I love your game, keep hooping. It's just like things like that just keep you motivated. And Nike with Peace Jam, they've done such a good job just like having those type of people at the game. So like when kids see that, they like, oh, I got to put on the show. Like now it just instills confidence in everybody, and now everybody's really shining on the highest level.
1,000%. 1,000%. It's literally the pinnacle of basketball.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, you won't get any other situation or atmosphere like you do at Peace Jam.
Right.
Like you said, you got the Russell Westbrooks, the Carmelo Anthonys, the Brons, the PGs, Thad Young, like you got Jarrell Wright, you got all these guys here watching hoops, and then you got legends sitting there watching you play basketball.
Hakeem was at my first session, and I got to speak with him because my dad knows him a little bit. Like I'm like, oh, this is the dream.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
crazy.
Like it's a different aspect. It's a different type of energy, and it's just there's nothing you can't put words. I've said it multiple times. There's certain events everybody needs to experience.
This is one of them.
If you like high school basketball, you have to come to Nike EYBL Peace Jam at some point in your life.
Exactly.
If you like golf, you got to go to Augusta National at some point in your life. Like there's certain things that you have to experience.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. What is your favorite on-court and off-court kick?
That's easy for me. On court, I definitely got to say Kobe's.
Okay.
The style, the look, the feel.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Kobe's.
Can't go wrong with
That's
Kobe's.
why everybody like them.
Yeah.
Off the court, Jordans.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with
Which
no
one?
retros. Force. Got them on my feet right now. Gotta love the
I like Force.
You don't like the Force?
I'm not I wouldn't say they're in my top 3, but I don't mind Force.
Like your top 3? What's your top
I like
3?
3s, 11s, and 1s.
I like 11s.
11s are like, I used to hoop in 11s.
I love the way 1s look. I just don't think they look good on my feet.
Got you. Hey, listen, that's a preference. Favorite EYBL moment for you?
I would say this year, our game was getting live streamed by NBA TV. Caught me one.
Got a body.
Mean.
Play the clip.
On a bad knee too.
Hong, get to work.
On a bad knee too against Mean
or
Streets.
Sophia.
Against Mean Streets. I think we was on like an 8-0 run. I just clipped it off. Oh, punched on him.
That's tough. Isaiah, listen, I want you to keep going. I want you to keep staying grounded. The sky's the limit for you. You're playing for the best organization in the EYBL, CP3. Come on now. Listen, well, y'all know how we do. My boy taking off now. But listen, hey, you have done something that a lot of people, and I'm looking forward to people watching this because I don't think people really understand. You came from not getting looked at. You weren't ranked. You had none of that.
Exactly.
And you stayed grounded. You kept your head down. You kept working. And that's all you got to do in this game. And the rest will take care of itself.
Exactly.
And you approach the game the right way. And I'm very proud to see that and happy for you.
Exactly.
And shout out to your parents and all that. And
of course.
Keeping you grounded.
Keeping God first, man.
For sure.
Definitely.
Hey, that's free game for y'all today.
Yes,
that's
sir.
Nike EYBL Peace Jam.
Let's get
That's
it.
Isaiah Denis. And it's your boy Theo Pinson. We out.
Peace.